just read that this was, look at that cannon, that this was one of 4 of the biggest bases in the United States in the 1800s. And look how massive this place is. You can actually almost hear my echo bouncing off these brick walls that are like 20 feet tall. And I'm outside. You can hear my voice slapping around in here. Should we check out down here? Let's check it out. This place was obviously not built for tall people. Yeah, fuck that. It's like we're in a horror movie. I'm out of here. 200 years ago, they marched up and down these same stairs. What's kind of sweet is they built it into the ground rather than on top of the earth. So all of this is like sunken in. This must be where they stored like ammunition and stacks of 32-pound cannonballs. This is pretty crazy. This double arch system is said to have been used through ancient times in architecture for distributing weight. In the upper arch here, it distributes into this pillar or column, and then it distributes it into the lower arch. This entire base is built off of sand, white sand here in Pensacola, so they were afraid that if they just built it right onto the sand, this whole ceiling would just sink into the sand. So this is a way for it to absorb weight into the bottom so that it could stay afloat. The mega cannon. This thing behind me is probably one of the biggest cannons ever built. That barrel right there alone is 50,000 pounds. And I think all of it is made of straight iron. And those are like tracks that it swivels on so it can kind of be moved and penetrate a 3-mile radius from this point. Fucking mental, bruh. How accurate is this thing anyway, and how do you even train to know how to fire this? That's like shooting it from here 3 miles that way, and you're like trying to hit a battleship. And the dude is back here like, all right, 1 little notch to the left, fire! And then you're fucking off by like a mile and you miss, and you're like, all right, let's take the next half an hour to reload. So this section here isn't made of brick, so there's got to be a reason why they did that. There's a couple placards around. I'm gonna go see what they say. Destiny's on it already. Old cannons were replaced by rifled artillery, which are these pretty much giant ass shells instead of balls. And it literally took an army to reload it because they're 1,070 pounds each. And that's why they rebuilt this place with concrete instead of brick, because those new rifled artillery cannons can penetrate the brick over there and not the concrete as much, I suppose. Here's a giant gun. And here's Pensacola. White sandy beaches, way cleaner, nicer looking water than the rest of the Gulf. Let's go have fun. This was the deadliest weapon of all. They would grab shrubs of weeds and then chuck them over the wall at their enemies, killing them in one blow. This is pretty badass. This is Battery Langdon. It's a 12-inch artillery cannon that can shoot 17 miles out to sea. This is like the big daddy of Fort Pickens. And the barrel would come right out here and shoot out. They say the blast was so powerful, it blew dudes' hats off, split their pants, and caused sound ripples in the sand beneath their feet. And even fucking caused them to bleed from their mouth and their ears, like their brain exploded. I wonder what the decibels were on this bad boy. Anyway, let's go to the top. Fort Pickens, everyone. Way more dope than I anticipated. I think definitely worth the 26 bucks. And all of this stuff was for free today. And yeah, there you have it.